Hello everyone, and welcome to this unboxing video for Chronicles of Drunagor, Spoils of War. The stretch goal box. Before I get to the box itself, I want to open one other thing as well. A bunch of dice that came with the game. Yay! I believe these are all D20s, because other than a very unique six-sided die, that's all you use in the game. There should be 5 of these, and I believe they had an alternate facing for either the 1 or the 20. Because, yeah, I just learned this game also has crit failures anyway, not just crits. I'm so going to die horribly. My dice rolls are really bad. There we go. Yep. They look just like the ones that came in the game, except that the 20 is a... There we go. The Lich. The original big bad boss. 5 of them in total. They all look the same. Cool. More D20s are always welcome. I'd like to say I have enough, but is there such thing as enough dice? Bag Cthulhu says no. That's my dice bag. Alright, so as for the blurb on the back of the box. When an enemy threatens a whole continent, heroes from every kingdom rise up to the challenge. From the farthest corners of Drunagor, masters of very different skills and styles join forces to fight this otherworldly force that comes to conquer the free folk. Summoning powers of arcane nature, faith, or pure strength and cunning, will this allies... bit of grammar there... be the salvation the world needs, or will they succumb to the corruption within? It's up to you to discover. I think that was also actually in the fluff blurb in the beginning of the rulebook, but because something about, you know, will you succeed or will you succumb was definitely there. But yeah, this is the stretch goal box. I had originally opened the core game without much intent to get to this anytime soon, because like this and all the other expansions, which are all right here instead of back there, like they were in the core game video. Because I was going to do a similar thing to what I've done with Bloodborne, which is I have yet to open anything other than the core box and those 2 small boxes. Until I just had time, because, you know, I'm getting way behind on my channel and everything. My friend is reading the rule book in another room right now. We are looking forward to playing this in general. And I'm just going to open up as many of these as I can before she's done with the rules. This one most importantly, because, yeah, we already want some of the stretch goal alternate versions of the base characters. So, let's get to this. This game is already looking really interesting. And, well, like I said, we are both already excited for it tremendously. Or at least enough to, you know, hey, here's our normal Saturday play some board games together. That it looks like we're making this our day already. Alright, so first off, we've got a components list by the looks of it. All the stuff I'm about to show you. Some rules explaining the deluxe player boards, which I can see as the next thing, are immediately different. So, and let's get to that, which is what these are. So instead of the double-sided ones, it looks like all the versions have regulars, and the 2 we're choosing to play are right on top. So we've got Maya. Like, these are tremendously different, twice the size at least, far more laid out, and everything. Oh, nope, they're still... Oh, wait, no, he wasn't on the other side to begin with, because she didn't have anyone. So it looks like they're still going to be double-sided, which... Does that mean these are the deluxes for all the characters? Oh boy. Shadow, the Ifrit Assassin, which is who she's playing, and Elros, the Elf Assassin, with Hendriller, I don't know, the Elf Ranger on the other side. Pietro, who doesn't even have Human Cleric on there, which I'm going to guess that's a typo. And Jayan, I don't know if that's a J or a D. I'm going to assume a J because it's capital. Human Cleric. Arcanos, the Human Mage, with Lorleia, the Elf Mage, who I was debating playing, but at the same point in time I realized after reading her passive Yeah, I'm probably going to be playing her a lot anyway because, again, I roll poorly and hers is once per round. Reroll a misroll. Duncan, the Dwarf Warrior, and Vorn, the Dwarf Warrior. These are different characters, not just aesthetically. Like, their stats are different. Then we get in some brand new characters. All of those except for the Elf Hunter were from the core game. Torque, who looks very much like Garmisch Hellscream, is the Orc Barbarian, and Katarina is the Human Barbarian. Yay, barbarians. Jade, yeah, that's definitely a J, Human Paladin. And Drashik, the Draconic Paladin. I now remember this is actually one of the characters that was part of the deciding factor to play. Or get this, really. Devon, not Dravon, Devron, Vampire Shadow Knight. So vampire is just a species in this game. Lord Wrath. Edgelordy. Human Shadow Knight. Barrock, Orc Sorcerer. And Sakaar, like the planet from Planet Hulk / Thor 3. I think it's even spelled the same way. Draconian Sorcerer. Flavina, Halfling Bard. Definitely a Halfling kind of name. Kellum, Human Bard. Reminds me of Hook from Once Upon a Time. Ooh, we have Druids now. Savrin, Human Druid. And Willow, Halfling Druid with Pupper. And lastly, we have Sun, Human Monk, and not an extra side, which is why I thought the others didn't have other sides, because that was the last one, and thus the back of the pack. So, this box contains the miniatures and the cards for the alternate sides that were not in the core game, which is one of the big reasons I really wanted to open this one while she's reading the rules. So we got one tray on top, then at least one other with some miniatures kind of loose. Oh! Non-deluxe character sheets. Some thing, clearly involving the classes. A gel packet. A dungeon roll. Is this a summary of the current dungeon rolls? And then there's another tray for storing stuff that's in here in the bottom. Alright, so the trays have been really nice. So let's start with the dungeon roll, because that's just right there. Okay, get this open. It's like bookmarks. I really hope these aren't intended to be bookmarks. Yep, same 5 dungeon rolls. I'm guessing that these are just summaries of the abilities you can get rather than the cards, so you don't have loose cards all around, you just have these. I have no preference to either, but if somebody does have a preference for this, I'll appreciate them being here. These, I don't know. These look like ability upgrade tracks. I'm going to guess these are equivalency of, like, prestige classes. These might be pertained to specifically the deluxe versions of the boards, which are clearly meant to be more of something. But we've got one for Monk. Oh, and then it's Hero Class Monk on the other side, so... And it's Monk Druid, by the way. Hero Class Monk. Paladin Barbarian with Hero Class Paladin. Ranger Bard with Hero Class Ranger. And these split into different things. Shadow Knight and Sorcerer with just Hero Class Shadow Knight. Sorcerer and Shadow Knight flipped. I'm guessing Hero Class Shadow Knight. No, Sorcerer was Hero... Shadow Knight was the previous one. Warrior and Cleric. With Warrior for its hero class. Mage and Assassin. With Assassin for its. Barbarian and Paladin flipped. With Barbarian this time. Bard and Ranger. Bard hero class. Warrior and Cleric. Hero class Cleric. Druid and Monk. With Mage and Assassin. And respectively Druid and Mage hero class. Okay. So yeah, that looks like prestige advanced stuff that just doesn't exist in the core game. And the new characters. Like, totally new characters as new classes. I'm going to hope if any of these are double-sided, they're both in here. But with the same characters as before, we've got the Sorcerer. And this is the normal character sheet size. Shadow Knight. But only one of them. Interesting. Bard, both of them. I'm going to guess any of them that aren't here are in the other ones. Druid, both of them. And Monk was only singular anyway. Now, on to the first tray. Always a decent design. I don't know if that's specific to the game or the company. I'm guessing the game because this is the company's logo, even if it is just a meeple. Another gel packet. There's 2 packs of cards in here. Let's start with those. And then there's a bunch of monster miniatures in here as well. Yay, minis. Alright, so we've got a bunch of character skills for the alternate versions that didn't exist in the core game, or for the ones that, well, didn't exist at all in the core game. That's what all of these are. And we've got the Bronx the Bear, Jokul the Ice Spirit, Monroe the Dog, and Drum, Baby Dragon. The other 3 actually have the whatever they are, and then this is just Baby Dragon. The point is, pets and familiars. Which, as I said in the core game video, they function the same. Not they each, pets and familiars are just pets, familiars, you could switch the name back and forth. The versions are the individuals. I imagine there are abilities that only affect pets and some that only affect familiars, but otherwise they function the same. Then we got Walking Horror, Shadow Mistress, Bone Reaper, Commander Twins, Commander Thren, and the initiative and enemy versions of all of the alternate or brand new classes. Oh, I did actually get the sleeves for this entire game, and they make their own sleeves. And then the hero class card. So there already was hero class stuff I had just forgotten, because we hadn't gotten to that far in the rulebook, and yeah. Alright, so let's see if there's any cards in the other one. So, yep, we just got miniatures left. So, first got this ugly dude here. There's 4 of this. Again, the miniature quality isn't too bad for pre-assembled miniatures. Especially consider many of these are just whole singular pieces. They aren't even glued together. Which is where, you know, it's probably cheaper to make them. With 4 of the previous one and 4 of this, by the way. Looks like a Vishnu? Ashra? I don't fully remember. Deity. This one has a singular. I think this is the twins. And then this one also has a singular. I think this was the other commander in there, but I don't remember its name. Looks awesome. The scale for this is slightly smaller than I expected, but not too small. It's not Alchemy Crystal Quest small. But yeah. Alright, and then, well, some of these just ended up all over the place. Yeah, just a real quick thing. These are generic slots. Like, the only one that looks like it belongs there is this one. Either that or these were made just like we just made 6 slots to fit each of these unique models. The row below it's also like that. So, first off, we've got the treasure chests, which were a stretch goal. I always prefer physical treasure chests. I'm a little sad none of them are mimics when there is a mimic card. So mimics are a thing in this game. And we've got, I believe, the alternate warrior, maybe barbarian. Oh boy, you are tiny, tiny, tiny halfling bar. I just want to point out, here's the Hermit of Henchhold from War Machine Hordes. Yeah, that's a halfling. Here's compared to something standing tall, about the right size. So halflings are super tiny in this setting. Got a wolf. I don't know if it's a altered state or if the pets... Oh, the pets have miniatures. Awesome. The halfling druid, I'm going to assume, riding a wolf, a slightly larger one at that, than the previous wolf. Okay, so yes, these are generic spaces that are meant to hold, that are form-fit as if all of the vacuum molding was crammed on top of each other. So any of the ones for those slots will fit in any of those. That's kind of cool. I wish more games would do that. I'm guessing the other druid? Boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. Sokka would be proud. Bard, he's got a leard on the back. I was about to say I don't know, and then I saw that. I think it's a leard or harp. The Shadow Knight question marks, kind of makes me think that. Although, well, it is if it's the vampire one. Burp. Burp, burp, burp. Flap, flap, flap. Then we got the bear. I am a bard. And come to hug. If you are dead after hug, I eat. The alternate sorcerer. Or wizard. I think wizard. I don't know. Very dwarfish. Glad that there's actually runes on the book. I don't mind painting them in, but I would prefer things being there. Even if it kind of looks stupid. I'd prefer them etched in, not raised like that, but I prefer that over blank. The paladin or the cleric that didn't have its class listed, I'm okay with that. The draconic sorcerer. The might as well be tiefling assassin. I forget what they call their equivalent. And the monk, who fits really weird in that space because she basically takes up none of it. Alright, so that's all the stretch goals, all good stuff. Or at least this is the stretch goal Kickstarter exclusive box. There's probably some other stuff that I don't remember being stretch goals that were, here's free expansions is what they turned into. Kind of like how a lot of the non-Mega Boss expansions were for Dark Souls. Like, pretty much everything other than Mega Bosses and Dark Root. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press that like button. If you think somebody else will enjoy this video, feel free to share it. Either way, it'll help this video get seen more. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and press the dislike button. I won't mind, but please leave a constructive comment as to why. Also, feel free to comment in general, such as, would you like to see this game in more detail? Be that a how to play, let's play, review, painting videos, which you'll need to request for me to get around to this anytime soon, because I still already, even if I push this up in my queue for myself, I still already have a lot of things queued for this year. Detailed overviews, which I would need to get permission for, showing off the art in more detail and all the mechanics, but I'm more than willing to seek, and if so, do. Or anything else along those lines, or hear me talk about any other similar board games, which this is kind of my favorite genre of board games. Miniature narrative dungeon crawl. And if you'd like to see more like this, be it more unboxing videos, my board game overviews, my painting videos, all three of which I'm willing to do for this game, and anything else you might want to see me do on this channel, feel free to subscribe. Regardless, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.